I'm in the header. G'day everyone, welcome back. Today there is a chance that we could start either in there or in there. But first, we're gonna do that. So this is Athens SAC, so we've got the beautiful barley out there, so that's the beer, that's what you're gonna be drinking. And where we're standing here, as you can see, is a low point in the paddock, and it dams up with this road here. So when we had the little excavator here, we dug it and we drained it out. And we just haven't been able to get back to put a pipe in. We need to put a pipe in now and cover it up so we can actually drive fill bins and chaser bins, tractors, fronts. Brian needs to go across that. Henry and I, as you can see, we started with the shovels and the clay is just so hard, we just went and grabbed the loader, so he's just coming up now and we'll bury this. So let's get into what we could be harvesting. Let's see if the camera picks it up. So this is the velocity. This is sown on the 7th of April. And if it shows up on camera, there's still a fair bit of greenery in it. Now it does look pretty good, but then I'm sure you guys can see the greenery on this. You know, this is just a complete green plant. I can't even get any seeds. There you go. I mean, finally get the seeds out doing that. And then this here, look at this. Just break that open, seeds straight into your hand, like that. So the green you are seeing is the off type in this bloody crop. It's looked good all year and I did want to continue growing it, but if it's going to stay like this, then I don't really want to have anything to do with it. And my inkling at the moment is probably to flick it, or we'll give it a go again next year, and then if it doesn't, well, let's see what it harvests. If it yields its tits off, we'll go again. But if we get these off types again, then we'll be saying no thank you, don't want to try that ever again. But it's made it really difficult. We should have been harvesting about 5 days ago. This stuff, the stuff that is ready to go, is the proper crop, and the only reason we haven't been going is because of that greenery in there. That greenery will cause issues in the fronts, it'll cause issues in the bin, it'll cause issues which I'm worried about in the terminators, because it's green product going through, and green ropey stuff like that is actually quite bad for the terminators because it will block it. So we're just going to see what happens with that. We're going to bring everything down later on today, and we'll nose out, we'll do a pass out there, and we're going to see what it's like. So then the other option is to just literally go from doing that into the barley here, and the barley is pretty much ready to roll. Yeah, I mean it is. So the barley, you get out here and it is, you can't get your fingernail into it, it's ready to roll. The only issue is these low blowflies down here. So this is a green head and that's a sappy green. You're only allowed, well actually I'm not sure in malt, in feed barley I think you're allowed 10 sappy greens in a sample. So malt, I'm actually not sure. It could be actually 0, so I'm gonna have to find that out. So this is pretty much ready to go, but those sappies could hold us up, and then we're then just sitting here waiting for another week for that to cure, and it's not good. You know, we're losing, well, I wouldn't say profit, but we are losing time, and we're losing hectares. You know, we should be out there smashing that right now, but we're not. Anyway, Henry's finally here. Right, so in order to start harvest, we need to get the fronts out, which are there, and that truck is not ready yet. It will be done tomorrow, it's just not today. So we need to start this up. I need to get the, there we go. Need to start that up, so then we can pump the, pump the tank up on that to then release the brakes, and then we will just pull this back so that we can get our fronts out, and then we need to weld some stuff up on our fronts so we can get that sorted. And then we've got the bug over here next to my bins, but we've got the bug over here because we have got the aircon pump that needs completely changing, and the new one is sitting right there ready to go. So once, well, Danny, who's coming to do this, is also qualified to do that, so he's going to do it all at the same time for us, and then yeah, that'll be that sorted tomorrow. So so that'll go on the bagger, I suppose, and we'll get that down tomorrow and teach the guys. But they're actually about to head off now. Cascade Fire Brigade does a new worker fire brigade induction, so they go down there, they learn about fires and what they're supposed to do and how to use trucks and things like that. So we're about to lose the guys for half a day, but it's well worth it going down and, you know, learning these sort of things. What we need to weld up on these is the crop dividers. So you can see here, it's what we hate these fronts. Worst fronts ever, never get a flex front. It just runs as hard as it can on the ground, and you can see there how it's all worn out. We had to weld up, can't remember which front we're on here, but I had to weld up one of them last year because it basically just fell off. So what we're gonna do is we'll just get a bit of rod like we did on the other one, put some rod in there, literally just weld it up, and we should be good as gold. We might just do it on it, hopefully it doesn't melt the plastic, but yeah, no, these, we wanted the hinge drapers when we bought these headers, but they didn't have any build slots left, so we had to go for the flex, and honestly, the worst header front. Great for canola, but absolutely shocking. We are all lights blazing, and we've got the fronts, and away we go. So we're gonna get these down, then we'll probably get Henry's header down after this one, and then the fire truck after that. And then Henry and I might just go and do a blast in the canola just so we know what it's like. See if we need to start rushing on it, and then after that we'll get some more stuff down. But yeah, exciting times. We're moving gear. So it's always exciting when you get the gear on the move, and you know you're getting that step closer to seeing what the crop is going to yield, which is what I'm most excited for, to see what that canola is going to go, and the barley. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. So depending on how the day pans out, we still got those to service, so we still need to drain the oil out of the top, and then what we're going to do is we're going to switch to using grease at the top, because that's what Grain King do now, and then it's just a lot better than oil. Oil just, if there's a tiny little leak up there, leaks all out, and it's a pain. So that's what we're going to do. Right now we're going to bring Henry's header up. We need to put the flag pole back on the back of the header. We need to do the doors on that. We need to fill it with fuel, and then we're going to take his header down, and we'll take Izzy down, and we will go and do a sample, I reckon. Go see what it's like. And then after that, we'll bring everything else down. Doing the most important part, chucking the flag up. Because the headers are identical. There's no telling features of which one's which. For the chase bin drivers, it is much easier to have a flag on the auger there, and then you can tell who's who. Just filled this up with water, so this thing is ready for action. It's still a good thing that we've got it. I do want to get rid of it and sell it, but I mean, for the current time when we can't use the other one, it's, yeah, it's good to still have this, because I think you only need, I think it's something silly like 1,000 litres or 2,000 litres is all you need to be able to start harvest here in Western Australia, but you need more. It should be a minimum of 4,000 litres in a truck, because yeah, you got some dodgy ass fire units out there. Some people just get a shuttle and fill it with water and tow it behind their ute. Now I do understand that some farmers can't maybe afford a truck, but 1,000 litres is not enough for a fire. It should be 2,000 litres at a minimum. So our our trailer unit, but yeah, I'm more confident having a truck when we go out to start harvest than what I do having our little fire unit, because I don't want to, well, one, I don't want to have a fire, but two, I don't want to try and stop a fire with that tiny thing compared to stopping it with a truck, where you got more pushing power, more water, just more equipped. What's it yielding? So we're going to get out there before we even judge what the canola's doing. And you can see with the greenery and all that, it's probably a bit greener here because this is where we drive a lot. Out here is where we want to make sure it's all good. So once we're out from the headland, the greenery isn't actually too bad. So out here you can still see the off types, they're the tall ones. But what are we doing? 2.7, 3 tonne, 2.8, 2.9.
Good so far.
That's very good so far. So Henry's just getting the sample now, and then we'll shoot up to the shed and have a look. Now you can see we've only done not even, well, maybe 100 meters. And the concern I have is the headland. The headland is very green. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but once we are away from the headland, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but once we're off the headland, the off type is still here, but it looks to have cured a bit better than what the edge has done. So this one here is an off type. So you've got rubbery pod there, which is you can't get, and then you've got the canola just there. All the taller ones out here are the off type. Yeah, anyway, we'll see what our moisture is, and if it's good, we will continue to bring things down, and then we'll crack into harvest this afternoon. .7, so it is crispy dry. We are ready to go harvesting. So the boys have just got back from their training day. You can see them just there. So we are going to go and have a quick lunch, and then we're going to jump straight into getting all our gear ready, transported down, and get harvesting. And away we go. Got to get all this stuff down there, then we'll come back and we'll grab some more field bins and everybody's utes. So we've got all them. So it's currently 1:15. I don't think we'll probably get going to probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock, but we're moving in the right direction, which is good. We'll get down there and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get a good couple of hours of harvest in, enough to train the boys up enough that they get confident to go off by themselves, and yeah, then we should be right. I'm glad that we're starting the canola though. It's much easier for the boys to learn in canola than what it is on the barley. I'm in the header. So the boys, they're all trained up. They're good to go. If they have any questions, they're just going to ask me. But I've got confidence in them. They should be pretty right. We're only going pretty slow. We're having a few issues with the John Deere and the whole connecting with the same work groups and things. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not seeing Henry. Henry's not seeing me. I can't actually load any work lists. So I'm just getting harvesting, and hopefully later on in the back end, somebody from John Deere can just merge the two together, the two jobs. I have no idea what's going on there. It's pissing me off. And I've got the issue with the tractors as well. They're not joining as well, so they can't see our bins, but it's okay. It's only the first day of harvest. I'll get somebody on the blower at some point. I've already left a message with them, so they'll get back to me at some point. But we're just cruising along. I've only got 7% in my bin, as you can see out the back there. Not a huge amount. Canola is nice and even, feeding in nicely, which is just fantastic. And then down here on the feel good meter, currently at 2.4. I'm not sure how to get the average up. Somewhere on there, I don't know. Anyway, this isn't what I normally do. We'll get rolling. I think it's averaging about, where are we? Still on 2.4, so I think it's averaging around that 2.5 ton going off what Henry's machine's been doing. Thank you. Which is just absolutely outstanding, just remarkable. So I'm going to get harvesting, and I'll get back to you. We've both pulled up at the end of the run here. Just gonna have a look at our samples. You can see, oh, can you? I've got a lot of admix. Now, when you're in the canola anyway, all of the light stuff will come to the front, but that to me looks like too much. So we're just gonna have a look at both our samples, have a look at what our machines are doing, and then we will make some adjustments if need be. But the crop seems to be holding up. I definitely don't think it's doing, but well, I'll see what I get. I'll figure out how to get the average up. I'll tell you what it's doing, but we'll see if it's actually doing that.